Hi, today I'd like to talk about two things: compound movements versus isolation movements, okay? So in the gym or even at home, whenever you're lifting, you're doing one of two main lifts, okay? So compound versus isolation. So let's just break them down really quickly here. So compound just means you're working more than one muscle group, okay? So you're working two or more muscle groups within the movement. So some examples would be the squat, the bench press, the deadlift. Those are the big three compound movements because they may as well be total body movements. Almost every muscle in your body is being used when you're doing those three lifts. Some other examples of compound lifts would be the pull-up, pull-downs, rows, overhead press, regular shoulder press, military press. Those are kind of the same thing, but they can be different modalities. You could use a barbell or a dumbbell. It's still a compound movement because when you're working your shoulders or when you're doing a vertical press, you're working not only your shoulders but also your triceps, because anytime you push, you're getting some tricep activation in there. Just like anytime you pull, whether you're doing a vertical pull or a row, another compound movement, you're working your bicep, okay? That's why when you do a pull-up or a vertical pull or a pull-down or a row, any type of row variation, you're gonna feel it in your bicep, but you're also gonna feel it in your forearms. And if you're standing, then your core is gonna get involved, okay? Because it's having to stabilize you. So that's a compound movement. An isolation movement is going to be the other thing that you're going to be doing. Now, most of the time I see people doing too many isolation lifts and not enough compound movements, okay? Not enough compound lifts. Isolation lifts are going to be focusing on one muscle group, okay? You're working one muscle group primarily. So some examples would be the leg extension, leg curl, bicep curl, tricep push down, maybe even to a certain extent a lateral raise, side raise. These are going to be more of your isolation lifts. Wrist curls, any type of abdominal movement where you're just focusing on your abdomen. Those are going to be your isolation lifts. So more often than not, you want to prioritize your workout with having more compound lifts initially because you're going to have more energy at the beginning. You want to prioritize the compound lifts when you have more energy so that you can better perform those particular lifts, okay? So instead of doing 10 variations of bicep curls, it may benefit you to do some vertical pulls, so some pull downs or some assisted pull-ups or regular pull-ups, because you're gonna kill two birds with one stone. You're not only gonna work your biceps, but you're also gonna work that big sheet of muscle on your posterior chain, your back. So that's what the main difference is between compound and isolation lifts. And they're both important. We use both in tandem with one another. There you have it, compound versus isolation. Until next time.